the Acoustic Shop channel. I am John. This is Jeremy, the mandolin monster.
Thanks for having me.
It's the mandolin monster. You like that? Anyway, we are going to be unboxing and talking about a guitar that's kind of special and glad to have it in the shop. It is the Collings CJ. So welcome back. We are real excited to have this guitar in the shop. Before we get into the down and dirty of the Collings guitars here, I do want to invite you please to like and subscribe and comment and do all the fun things that you do on social media for the channels. That way you can see more of this stuff and we can continue to keep this going and the conversation going as well. So please do that. And also, like every other video, at the end of this video, we do have some sound samples of this particular instrument, as well as another complete video with the entire song of what we started out the video with. So make sure to check that out as well. But today we are here to talk about Collings guitars. And a lot of you that follow the Acoustic Shop are like, why are we talking about Collings guitars? Well, I'm going to tell you why.
If they know anything about our shop, they know why we're doing it. We're not actually dealers, but we pride ourselves on being acoustic lovers and people that just really appreciate well-built acoustic instruments. So Collings is top that list.
Yeah, absolutely. We love
mandolins as well as guitars.
Yeah, we love all of the acoustic instrument builders. There's so many amazing instruments being built right now. There's a lot of people come in the shop, and I tell them all this. We talk about the golden age of instrument building. I honestly feel like we're living in it right now. This is probably the best time period for more quality instruments than we've ever seen.
It's just diversified. So many different builders using different workshops, different techniques, different tone woods. It is, like I said, just putting out a mass amount of excellent instruments.
Absolutely. And Collings is one of those ones that I've been around, I've been following for a very, very long time. Originally, I used to work at a music store out in Colorado, where we were originally from, called the Old Town Picking Parlor. Uncle Kit out there was a huge Collings fan. In fact, one of my first guitars that I ever played from Collings was one of his personal guitars, which, by the way, Kit, if you're watching this, you still owe me. You lost it in like 6 different bets, and you said it was mine, and you have not paid up.
There was a bowling game that cost him a few instruments.
There was quite a few of that. So anyway, Kit, if you're watching, I hope you're taking care of my personal Collings guitar. But anyway, we're talking about this guitar. It came in as a trade, actually. We were glad to have it. This is a custom shop CJ. A few things that were kind of changed out on this that are not the normal. And before we do that, I guess we should talk a little bit about Collings. Bill Collings kind of did revolutionize the boutique guitar building and has really built a brand that was and is still absolutely great even after his passing. Came up with he was known as probably one of the most exquisite, and he really was a detail builder. Everything that he had, if you look on the inside of this guitar, and to me it was one of the first companies that did this, the inside of the guitar looks as clean as the outside of it does. Now, I put my fingerprints all over this one, so probably look more clean than what this particular guitar does. But I can't help that. Bill was actually, like I said, fanatical about that. I remember working in that shop. One time he visited, and they were trying to figure out ways for Colorado's dry climate to make guitars that would hold up even that much better. And this was before everybody was really talking a lot about humidification. And Bill would walk around the entire store with this handheld hygrometer, and he'd measuring every corner of the store like, well, over here, it's 5% lower than it is over.
Just getting an average of what to expect when you ship a guitar to Colorado. It's that detail.
But that's exactly. It was very weird to me at the time. I was about 16 years old, and I didn't quite understand it. But it really does talk about what Collings guitars was all about. Every detail had to be accounted for. Everything that they were trying to do was there. And so anyway, that kind of brings us forward to now, and they're still building great guitars, even though Bill is gone. They're doing some amazing things, including this particular guitar, which is a custom shop CJ, all mahogany. So a lot of the CJs you're going to see are obviously a spruce top, whether it's a red spruce or a Sitka spruce. And then this one was done in all mahogany. So if you're looking for a slope shoulder guitar in all mahogany, that is great. Another custom thing that was done on this, which is actually why this guitar was sold, is because it has a short scale. So a CJ with a short scale, and then a couple of my favorite details on this particular guitar, tortoise bound all the way across. Now, that's kind of a different look on such a dark looking guitar, to see the tortoise. But when you're the player, or the driver, as I like to say, you look down, nobody out there is going to see it, but you see this little hint of tortoise here, and even small hint of it all the way through the peg head. Really cool shape.
I think from a distance too, it lets the mahogany be like the focal point rather than being bound with like a white or a tan color. And it's got that one or two little thin stripes in there that really still accentuate the shape of the body, but aren't overkill. And then also around the sound hole, just looks gorgeous.
Yep. So those are some of the details that they kind of put into this particular guitar that are above the standard CJ. Another thing that's really, really cool, and hopefully we'll get some close-up shots of this. This is another thing that Bill really pushed, was vintage cases, and this particular guitar came with one. Reissues of the 20s and 30s era cases that are out there and built as well as any of the modern cases right now. So he did details like the specific hinges that look like the original ones, the latches, and the interior, that purple interior, and some of the sculpting of the foam and stuff. And this is just, again, goes back to that details that Bill was all about. You know, he had already kind of established a great brand for acoustic guitars, and the details that would go along with them, and he wanted to do that with the cases. Now, this particular case, I absolutely admire. I think they're absolutely great. The only thing that scares me a little bit about these cases is they're such works of art that I don't necessarily want to take them out, which is kind of the use of a great case.
I would maybe go to Calton and see if they could build a case to go on top of this case.
On top of the case.
Put your case inside a Calton.
I like that idea. That is a very good idea. So hopefully you'll get to see some of those.
It fits definitely with the boutiqueness of it. Like, this isn't necessarily something, if you're touring with it, you wouldn't take this case probably out on the road. But for that boutique owner that is looking for a beautiful, gorgeous guitar and the case that goes with it, this case would look as nice in a high-end room in your house as the guitar would on the wall.
I think that's actually kind of, again, more of that testament of the details deal. Yes, you're right. It's probably not one that I would tour, but it is one that you could tour. If you really look into the details on this, heavily built. It is not like super thin. It's not a cheaply built case.
I just wouldn't put stickers on it.
I wouldn't either. I just don't think that's a great idea. So anyway, great guitar. Again, as you know, we just absolutely love high-quality builds. Collings is doing it, and definitely one of those situations where I think if you get a chance to play some Collings guitars, if you've never done it.
And like we mentioned, mandolins,
and mandolins
as well.
Too. Yeah. Absolutely great
top-notch mandolins
quality instruments all the way around. Again, make sure to do that, and hopefully we'll see more of them in here. I'd love to see more.
This one's already gone,
more
right?
guitars.
We've sold this one, but
this is gone.
We had to highlight it a little bit while we got it in here.
That's right. We decided to film it before it disappeared. So we're glad to that. Again, we'll thank the purchaser of this, which is Eric Pauly, for letting us have this and check it before he takes it. And anyway, there you go. A little bit on the acoustic shop and a used Collings guitar that came in. We just wanted to highlight it.
Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal, so we're going to use it on all the videos.
Good
I hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, just subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshop.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but no. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out. play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We'd love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
Nope.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're gonna say mean things back.
We may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.